Right, let's go. Hi, we are Team 1, and this is our presentation on the organizational apology. In our executive summary, we said that in the article, The Organizational Apology, the authors express the importance of an apology when an organization makes a mistake. Organizations inevitably make mistakes, but it is how they respond to the mistakes that can alter the future of the company. The article began with an example using Facebook's emotional manipulation research study. The study entailed 6,000 unknowing participants viewing either an influx of positive or negative news feeds to see if their viewing caused a positive or negative influence on posts that they posted afterwards. The CEO did not apologize effectively, avoiding the actual word sorry, which did not go well for the brand's reputation. Facebook lost users' trust, and the lack of apology further decreased their reputation with the public. The Facebook example was a prelude on what not to do when an organization must apologize. The authors first wrote about deciding whether an organization should apologize, since a more traditional outlook on an apology is that the apologizing party automatically accepts liability. However, it is explained how an apology from an organization may actually reduce the probability of litigation from the offended party. The authors recommended organizations consider the who, what, where, when, and how of an apology should occur. No apology is better than a botched apology, making these factors much more prominent in making the correct decisions.
The authors mentioned how crucial the part of the apology is where change is promised. The public expects to see different behaviors to prevent a similar negative experience from occurring. If a company cannot or is not willing to implement changes, the company should not make empty promises. The article articulated organizational apologies in a way that showcases how apologizing the correct way can make or break the company.
What is the article about? The organizational apology explores how organizations respond to failures and wrongdoing through formal apologies. In the article, they analyze the components of an effective apology, including acknowledgement of wrongdoing, expression of regret, commitment to change. The article emphasizes the importance of the sincerity and the potential impact on stakeholder trust and organizational reputation. The study highlights that a well crafted apology can facilitate healing and restore relationships with affected parties.
The apology dilemma. There are two facts about apologies. Number one, it's psychologically predisposed to find reasons or excuses to avoid saying we're sorry. There's a loss of power involved when apologizing because it makes us beholden to the other party, which is why people try to avoid drawing attention to mistakes, and when it is pointed out, they get defensive and start shifting the story and blaming others. In an organizational context, apologizing can be difficult even to higher leaders. A company mistake is often caused by a single division or employee. A hard situation can get out of control and it can feel unjust for the entire organization to have to take responsibility. And then number two is companies have strong tendency to evaluate the situation through a legal lens. Corporate counsel can resolve any broken laws and warn managers that an apology might be needed as an admission of liability, rather than as an effort to empathize with the wronged party. This is important to mention because effective apologies address the recipient's feelings. Unfortunately, a litigious perspective has become more common in many organizations where even a leader who is not actively consulting with an attorney might worry that an apology could create legal issues. Question number one, true or false? A company mistake is often caused by a division or employee, and the company can get out of control and feel unjust for the entire organization to have to take responsibility.
So, should the company apologize? They mentioned two main points for this. Was there a violation, whether real or perceived? So accepts full or partial blame for causing harm. First, it needs to determine if a violation was occurred and if the company is responsible. Companies must overcome the tendency to wait, to keep a low profile, or to argue facts. Leaders should consider others' perceptions of the potential violation and move swiftly to address them. This conveys the organization's values. And then two, was the violation core or non-core? Certain activities and responsibilities have a different level of importance to a company's products, services, and mission. Other responsibilities are more peripheral. Other violations might involve a business function that's outside the company's operational core. Core violations pose a fundamental threat to the mission of the organization. Therefore, a robust apology is critical, and the wrong apology can cause significant damage. When it comes to a non-core violation, companies have greater flexibility, but an apology may still be warranted. And then to continue, how would the public react? Violations that harm only a single person or a small group can remain in private matters. However, thanks to social media, customers' complaints can easily be shown to the public and influence the customer's perceptions. Companies should consider the relative size and status of the parties. A violation issued by a large and high status organization against a small, low power group is more likely to endure public outrage, and it will require an apology. Is the company willing to commit to change? Organization leaders must focus on the extent to which they are willing to change the company's behavior. If they don't want to do things differently in the future, an apology will be seen as weak and will be taken as hollow and unconvincing.
In
Question
question two, if a company is not willing to change its behavior, how would the apology look to the public? A, the apology will be strong. B, the apology would look hollow and unconvincing to the public. Or C, the public will forget and react positively.
So apologies can help restore balance or even improve relationships, but a bad apology can make the situation worse. So this article suggested a framework for producing an effective apology by asking who, what, where, when, and how. So the who would be the severity of the violation, would determine who should be doing the apology, including up to the CEO of the company. If there was a clear transgressor, such as an individual employee, then involving them could be beneficial if they have some seniority. Otherwise, it could appear insincere. When in doubt, err on the side of caution by having a senior executive provide the apology to demonstrate the violation is being taken seriously. For what? What involves the words said and the actions taken, keeping in mind the three goals of an apology are candor, remorse, and commitment to change. Candor would involve leaving no room for misinterpretation and that the company acknowledges both the harm caused with their own responsibility. Demonstrates remorse through self-abashing statements such as, we really messed up this one up, or we missed the point, while possibly even thanking groups who are angry with the company. Commitment to change is the actions taken to prevent future violations, such as firing the offended employees or increasing security to prevent security breaches. So the next one would be where, which would determine where the message will be disseminated, such as social media posts, recorded statements, or even a live broadcast. While social media apologies can reach a broader audience faster, a live statement demonstrates the increases the perceived importance of the apology. In some cases, an on-site apology by traveling to the place of the violation could improve the sincerity of the apology. So for when, an apology should arrive quickly, which signals a company's sincerity while dispelling any uncertainty or responsibility about their involvement. Offering a quick placeholder apology is better than remaining silent or delaying an apology. While speedy apologies are preferred, giving a late apology is always better than providing no apology at all. So for how, the way an apology is delivered matters just as much as the content with informal language and personal communication helping. Written statements are capable of being broadcasted quickly, but can easily miss the appropriate tone a speech would present. In-person apologies tend to be difficult, for business leaders as displays of power and self-confidence can make it difficult to hit the right repentant tone. So question 3, what are the 3 main goals of an apology? So preparing to apologize. The general rule is that the closer the violation is towards the central mission of a company, and the more people who are affected, the closer to pitch perfect the apology needs to be. For core violations, the senior leadership should provide the apology while demonstrating tremendous measures to change with a fast, high-profile apology. Forethought should be placed into how an apology should be executed, even role-played or rehearsed, allowing a faster and meaningful apology if needed. A well-executed apology can improve relationships with customers, employees, and the public, leaving the company better positioned than it was before the error. That's an outcome to which every leader should aspire.
These are our answers to our multiple choice questions. Thank you so much for watching.